Welcome to the arena for this week's Custodian Challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As you know, the Custodian Challenge gives you the power to influence nominations and evictions.
Hi guys, my name is Rumi and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to talk about the Custodian Challenge that happened last night after the live eviction show. So now usually after the live eviction show, the housemates get 1 hour to get ready for the Custodian Challenge. So yes, everybody got ready. Big Brother made the announcement, gave them 30 minutes to get ready. They got ready, they changed it to their sportswear because now this is serious business for the housemates. You know, this eviction actually shocked them. It shook the soul out of the housemates' body. Because they were not expecting it. Usually Big Brother does not actually evict on the first week. They usually give the housemates the grace of like 2 weeks before they start evicting people out of the house. But this is not a usual season. This is an unusual season. This is new for both the viewers and the housemates themselves. So everybody has buckled up. Everybody wants to win their immunity because the Custodian Challenge actually comes with lots of powers. It comes with immunity and it comes with the power to influence the game. The custodian position is the most powerful position in this year's Big Brother Naija game, and anybody that has it, you want to be that person's friend because the person might just save you from eviction. So yeah, the Custodian Challenge happened, everybody got ready, and Big Brother explained the rules of last night's Custodian Challenge. So for this Custodian Challenge, actually both parties participated in the challenge. Usually Big Brother will ask for the peer to pick a participant to represent them in the game, but this time around both players represented themselves. So both players were able to play for their team, which was, you know, good because now you feel like you actually have a decision or you have a hand in either your loss or your wins. It's not just left in one person's hands. So yes, they played the game. Big Brother explained the rules. This time around, it was basically, let's just call it a fishing game. Yeah, that's the summary of the game. So a fishing game. So they were fishing for boats and washers. They needed to find 4 items, so 2 boats, 2 washers, I think, don't quote me on that. And the people fishing will be blindfolded while their partners, Brother calls them the assemblers. So the assemblers will be directing the fishers. They are going to basically be the eyesight of the fishers because those ones are blindfolded. So the assemblers will direct them on what to pick and if they've gotten the items. And the fastest person to get the items will give the items to the assemblers. The assemblers will go to the assembling table to assemble the boats and the washers as fast as they can. And according to Big Brother's instructions, when you are done putting the items together, you are meant to go and run and sit down on your seat, and that is when your timer would be stopped. So all the housemates, you know, they tried to fish it out. They tried to go as fast as they could. By the way, if you are still watching this video, why don't you just subscribe and become a family on this channel, and please like the videos, please, because it helps me out. Okay, now back to it. So the first team to actually go to the assembly table was the beta pair, which consists of Ben and TJ. So TJ was the one blindfolded trying to search and fish out the boats and the washers, while Ben was the one meant to assemble the items together. So yeah, Ben got to the table first, tried assembling, but it was quite slow, okay? And before Ben could actually finish, the Streets team was done, and the Streets team consists of Mayor and Toby. So yeah, Toby was the one blindfolded while Mayor was the assembler. When Mayor got there, it was like magic. He just put the items together, assembled it, and it was actually done. But these housemates tend to forget Big Brother's instruction because per Big Brother's instruction, they were meant to go sit down to be able to stop the timer. So when you are seated, your timer will be stopped. But this housemate just decided to like raise up the item to show Big Brother that they had done, and Big Brother was just waiting and looking. And everybody, including myself, while I was watching it, I was like, guys, go and sit down. But I'm guessing the tension caught up to them, and they were just like thinking about how to assemble as fast as they could, that they forgot the actual instructions. So yeah, Mayor was the first person to finish it, so he put it up there. After Mayor, Ben finishes, raised it up, and Big Brother had to remind the housemate that your timer only stops when you are seated, and everybody was like struggling to sit down, running and everything. By then it was already too late because after the custodian challenge was done and everybody was actually done and the timer ran out, Big Brother decided to pick the first person to finish assembling the item and not the people that sat down, because it wasn't looking as organized as it should, and I feel like it would be like cheating for you to just pick the first person to sit down after you announced it. So Big Brother decided and chose Mayor and the team's trees. Emotional. Actually, Mayor started crying and I almost cried alongside him, because they were actually just on the bottom 4 pairs, so they were actually saved and now they've won immunity. So it is just so heartfelt, because imagine being in the bottom, having all the hypertension of would I get evicted or not, and now you've got immunity, so you can actually rest and relax this week. All the emotions just gathered into one and tears just came out. I was happy for him. I think most Nigerians were happy for the Streets pair, because it was just an emotional roller coaster for them. And after they won, everybody was claiming friendship with them, because everybody has seen the power that the custodians have. So everybody was congratulating them, saying, my bestie, don't forget me, oh, I gave you jollof rice last week, I gave you fried rice, you know you used to eat my food. They were actually joking, but I'm sure there was a hint of, truth behind their statements. Everybody was being friendly with them. Even Ruthie became more close to Mayor. They were talking throughout the night, she was being extra friendly. And yeah, that was basically how the custodian challenge went. So after the housemates were done with the custodian challenge and they went into the house, Kayode showed us a clip of one of the partners in the beta pair, which was it Ben? Yeah, Ben was bitterly complaining and ranting about his partner TJ, and he was complaining to everybody that cared to listen in the house, which, by the way, there were a lot of people that were listening to him, and I felt like he should not have been complaining about his partner to the ops. Don't think that the other people that are not your partners are your ops. Don't you know that? Ben, don't you know? So even if your partner does something wrong to you, you shouldn't, at least address the situation with your partner. And if it's not your partner, just forget about it, because the other people they are happy to see you guys squabble and fight. But anywho, Ben was complaining and he said that after the game, TJ met him and he was like, how you gonna let those boys win you? How you gonna let them win you? And which is like a very sudden statement to make him pidgin, because you're basically saying, how would you let those boys win you in that game? But I can get where TJ is coming from. He shouldn't have said that, but I can get where it's coming from, because it's frustrating. It's frustrating for you to actually try your best, put in your willpower, do everything right, but somebody else mess it up for you, and now you are up for possible eviction because of your partner's mistakes. And this is the sad thing about being joined together by somebody, or somebody's fate also affecting your fate, because even if you try your best and you do everything right, now can still mess it up for you, and you would, your efforts would be basically nothing. It's like you actually basically did nothing, because your partner just messed your efforts for you. So yeah, I understand TJ's frustration, I understand Ben's frustration, because of course Ben is not happy that they lost the challenge. Ben would have been sad, he would have been thinking about his life, but now you now rubbed it in his face. So everything just blew out of proportion, and Ben started telling everybody about it. TJ is also talking to people about it. It was just the whole hula baloo. So I think everything was just tense and it blew out of proportion. But at the end of the night, they settled out their differences, and that's basically all about last night's custodian challenge. So today is Monday and I'm waiting for the custodian lock-in, which is meant to happen by 1:30 p.m. and 2 p.m. is going to be the immunity challenge. So yes, it's going to be a fun day, and I'll see you guys in that video. Cheers!